Dwi'n cwestiwn brys o dan reol sefydlog 12.66 a dwi'n galw yr Rhyn ap Iorwerth i ofyn y cwestiwn brys.
Diolch, Llywydd. Will the Cabinet Secretary make a statement regarding comments made by the Royal College of Emergency Medicine that emergency care in Wales is in a state of crisis?
Thank the member for the question. I'd like to start by recognising the hard work of NHS and social care staff who work under significant pressure at this particular time of year. That is, of course, a consistent feature of winter. I don't accept that the NHS emergency care is in a state of crisis, and in fact we continue to work with Dr Roop and other leading clinicians as members of the National Unscheduled Care Board in trying to find meaningful solutions to support improved outcomes for patients who need emergency and unscheduled care here in Wales.
Cabinet Secretary, nobody wants to speak of a crisis in the NHS. It's worrying for patients, it's demoralising for our excellent staff. But you'll be aware that the Red Cross described the situation in England's A&E as a humanitarian crisis. You'll also be aware that your party leader, Jeremy Corbyn, has described that as a national scandal and demanded the Prime Minister explain herself to Parliament. Yet the Vice President of the Royal College of Emergency Medicine in Wales yesterday described current performance here as bad, if not worse, than England. It would be shocking, except that performance of this level is long-standing, and this happens every year. We're used to it, and it somehow doesn't generate the same headlines as in England. Now, the data for December isn't available yet, but November's data showed just 77% of patients were seen within 4 hours. Almost 3,000 people waited longer than 12 hours to be seen in major A&E departments. If performance follows the usual trajectory, it's likely things will get worse as the winter develops. So if you were in my position here, I'm sure you'd understand the temptation to use the term crisis. Well, it's not me saying that. It's the Royal College of Emergency Medicine, and there's no ducking the severity of the warning that due to this crisis, as they put it, patient safety is being compromised. Cabinet Secretary, both winter and an ageing population are predictable, and we debate this every year. On our side here, we call for better social care, for strengthened primary care, better out-of-hours GP services to take the pressure off A&E. And you agree with us that this needs to happen. So why hasn't it happened? Why is there such a gap between the promises that get made here and what happens on the ground? And are you embarrassed, frankly, that your own Labour government's performance undermines your colleagues in Westminster who are desperate to highlight the failings of Jeremy Hunt?